Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Never seen live trading on a widescreen. Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday. And oh wow, we have a lot to talk about as Donnie T is introducing a new Fed chair nominee, and he is pro-Bitcoin, apparently. Ooh, that rhymed. Can't. Is my audio not doing the audios? Oh my word. Wait, hold on. Can I get a brief sound check out here? What is happening? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Hold on. Oh, my AirPods weren't connected. Oh, okay. We're having technical issues with our sound effects today. All right, maybe we'll have to go without the sound effects for a whole podcast. That would be dreadful. But let's see what's up. We still have more headlines. We have the Donnie T family, World's Liberty Financial. We have their American Bitcoin mining company, Zero Hash News as well. There is a billionaire that is kind of getting after it and saying that Bitcoin is not going to be the reserve currency of the world, but I think I disagree with him a little bit. We'll get into that as well. We have the UAE Central Bank also talking a lot, so we're going to discuss the UAE Central Bank as well. So if you guys are ready for the Zest News education, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of 25,160. Let's get 2 more subs to this episode and keep getting after it. I want to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors, including Cake Wallet, Uphold, and Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off. We absolutely love our beautiful sponsors of the show, and we appreciate them so darn deeply. And I'm going to say good morning to you guys. I'm going to go down the list as I'm trying to fix these AirPods. Come on, computer, we got it. I think we're gonna make it. I think it'll connect. I'm not sure what's going on with my computer today. Nonetheless, let's keep getting after it. We're gonna go down the list. Say good morning to you guys. I'm gonna go down the list as I'm trying to fix these AirPods. Oh shoot. But all right, sorry, I started getting feedback. I was like, where is that coming from? All right, I got it. Yay, we have AirPods that work. Oh, okay, beautiful. All right, we have super chats. Okay, let's go check it out. P said he's starting the churro fund. Yes, guys, I really am craving churros. Like right before I went live, I was like, ooh, I really want churros. Does the community want to see churros? So that's what I got. I'm going to get that tomorrow, maybe. Jesse, a member for 2 years. Not 2 years. 14 months. I thought that said 24. I was like, wait, hold on. He said churros eye emoji. I love that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Hi. Magic Sun is over there on TikTok. Good morning. We got Mike Volmer, Silver Days, Mama Shadow, Flat Earth. As always, thank you to Black Hat. We got Geek of All Trades. Hello, Alex. Nice to see you. Verhoofty Floof. Crypto Princess is in chat. Good morning. Aquarian, Paco is here. Uh-oh, you guys are chatting so much I lost my place. I think Silverback is here too. I saw Yukio, Mike Mizzone here, Mark Smithson, and we got Gazer. Good morning. Corvette, ENF is here. Poe, nice to see you. We have, who else? Crypto Outcast is in the chat. Biomax, oh, nice to see you. He said, hola, let's get the subs. Yes, let's get all the subbies. Agent MK, Treehouse Pancakes, said GM Dude and Dudettes. I love that. I'm a big fan of that. John Newton, good morning. The Crypto Motorist, good morning. Crypto Surfer, we got Elric in here. Alex Collingborn is on X. Northern Crypto and Tech, Backup is here. Welcome. Ooh, are we seeing like a resurgence? Gary, I know you're on multiple platforms. I see you. Sustainable says churros with dulce de leche. So, okay, actually, so I think they have a dulce de leche dip. They have chocolate, they have white chocolate, and they have Nutella, which I prefer the Nutella. I gotta say, like, if I'm gonna go for it, I might do Nutella, or maybe I ask for extra sauces, depending on if we make our goal, and I'll just buy all the sauces and we can sample them. We can do a little churro sampler. Who is this? Silverback, thank you for 10 memberships, appreciate it. And speaking of memberships, guys, on Wednesdays and Fridays, we do have people that go into the Discord and hang out with us for members only after show. So please grab that subscription and then go and connect your YouTube account to Discord. BBB said, end the Fed. Bro, we got a lot to discuss about the Feds today. The Fed. Let's get into it, guys. We're going to not waste any more time. We are sounding the alarm, or the siren, as Siren is one of our biggest gainers for the day, up 30.9%. Kite is up 16%. We have OKX that's pumped right now. I was looking for an announcement from OKX this morning. I'm going to see if I could find more, because apparently there was like a major announcement that was going to happen. Oh, and I got it. Oh, wow, this is big. Oh, okay, we're going to have, oh boy, we might have a 2-part spotlight today. Wow, ooh, this is tea. Okay, we're gonna get into it in a little bit. Let's go over Bitcoin price first. I can't get too excited. We have to really like lock in right now. All right. So Bitcoin, man, what did we need to do? Past 67, 69K, and look at where we're at. We're looking absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. We're at 72,000, about $500. There we are, about 0.24% in the red. So just ever so slightly in the red, where it's not that deep. We're pretty balanced right now. We're looking to maintain support above 72K. Guys, did I say it in the after show yesterday? And I was like, oh my word, if we pump to 72K and hold, I might freaking throw a party. I might throw a party. And I feel like I want to throw a party, which is why I asked you guys about churros. Now, because that's a good time for me, eating a nice little churro, having a nice coffee, you know? But we want to maintain support above 72K. And again, where are we continuing to push, where we're kind of hitting the wall? Our next level to watch was around 73.5. Bullishly, again, 76K is where we really want to hold support. This, oh my word. If we hold support at 76K and just pump straight to 93, I'm literally just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna be so excited about it. And I'm just gonna do my little nerd dance. I'm gonna be like, woohoo, woohoo. I would maybe, you know what? Maybe do a line dance for that. Maybe do a little line dance for that. We do have a momentum that is continuing to pump, the highest momentum that we've seen since January. So it's been a little bit of a minute. Momentum's picking up. We like that, although the VWAP and the money flow is maintaining itself. It's just kind of sitting there. She's lingering at the moment. Also, the RSI is continuing to climb up steadily, but I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback. We're ending the week here just about, and I'm wondering if maybe over the weekend we kind of hold support over 72K and maybe test 76 by Sunday. That would be fantastic. That would be freaking fantastic. Do you guys, ooh, whoa. BBB says, in my opinion, stay calm for March and get excited in April. You know what? I'm kind of like feeling your energy. I'm feeling your energy. I'm ultimately very bullish on Bitcoin. You guys know I'm a perma bull, and it's to the point where I hit the streets, and I'm going to show you proof of that. Proof of adoption, evangelism. Breaking news starts now. Everyone knows I love to talk to strangers, and not in a weird way, but in a way I know that sounded so weird. My bad. I love to do evangelism. I love to go up to people on the street and ask them about Bitcoin. I love to gauge their reaction. And people are like, Randy, why would you do that? Bitcoin's in the 60s. We're like 50% down from all-time highs. Why would you do such a thing? And it's because I love it. And I love Bitcoin, so I have to talk to the world about it. And I went to an IndyCar NASCAR event down here in Florida last weekend, and I decided to go and harass people. I almost didn't because it was so loud. And it was kind of loud in the background of this video. It did quiet down, so the next ones I post will be a little bit better. But I interviewed this man on the street and I asked him about Bitcoin. We're going to start this show off on a positive note before we jump into the spice. And if you guys also have not yet, this video is posted on YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram. So go ahead and throw a likey on it if you enjoy on the street evangelism and hitting the streets. Do you know about Bitcoin?
I do.
What do you know about Bitcoin? Do you own any?
I don't own any, but I'm familiar with it.
What do you know about Bitcoin?
I know years and years ago, if you bought it and you have it now, you're very wealthy.
Do you believe in the future of digital money?
I do, yeah.
Where do you think we're going?
I mean, I don't think we're going. We're eventually going paperless is what they're trying to have us do, yeah.
And do you think that like cash is going to remain king, or do you think we need an alternative to cash?
No, cash won't be king because it depreciates so much.
I agree with you 100%. So with Bitcoin, there's a finite supply of 21 million, meaning it can't be printed to infinity. Do you think that's something valuable in money that you're looking for?
Yeah, I think it's something anybody should be looking for that because they can't print any more of it. So if you have it, you're kind of just part of it. And if you're not, you're not.
Exactly. So what is one message, and I know this is a random one, what's one message you want to send to America?
To America? Be smart, take care of yourself, and family and friends and community is important, and stuff like Bitcoin is too, of course, but just kind of stay updated on everything and stay with the times.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good one. As you see, we did a little dap up at the end. We did a little dap up. So I love on the street stuff. Like, I literally live for things like that. People think I'm wild because like people are like, Randy, so strange. Because I just talk to everybody. Like all my friends know, I just like end up talking to everyone in the world. And it's just fun. It's just really fun. And so these are things that I do. I honestly do this a lot off camera. But I decided since everyone's out and about, like they're at an event, like it's a social time. It's a social time. Why don't we go talk to people? And so I harassed my friend to then go and record this for me. And I was like, just stand behind the tripod and hit the play and make sure we're centered. And that's it. I was just da-da-da-da-da-da. And it was a great time. So there you go. That was the On the Street evangelism. That post, do you know about Bitcoin? Specifically to X, if you guys want to go ahead and watch it again on your own, or, you know, go and share whatever tickles your fancy, of course. But we're going to go into breaking news headlines now. Besides me hitting the streets like a psycho, we're going to talk about the UAE central bank saying their financial system is stable and that there's essentially nothing to worry about there. How do you guys feel about Dubai at the moment and this whole craziness in the Middle East? Let me know in the chat. Do you think it's chaos? I feel like things are slightly chaotic here. Now, in a statement, the Central Bank of the UAE, or the CB UAE, just for short, Governor Khalid Mohammed Balama said that banks, financial institutions, and insurers continue to operate with full efficiency and stability, adding that the sector is showing the highest levels of resilience and stability. And this comes as the UAE's role as a regional financial center and growing hub for digital asset companies added attention to operational continuity during periods of geopolitical stress. Oof, what a phrase. Now, regional tensions escalated after an Iranian drone and missile attacks targeted the UAE in neighboring countries last weekend, according to an AP report. Now, debris from, and this I've seen with my own eyes, of course, we have besties over in Dubai. Basically, again, they're shooting drones, missiles, and the UAE is intercepting them. Like, there hasn't been one that actually, like, kaplood in the UAE, thank God. but they are like just intercepting these missiles. It's something that is continuing to happen, but they are assuring people, and it's very interesting how they decided, they're like, hey, let's just flex how much money is in the country real quick, because total assets, according to Balama, in the UAE banking and financial sector exceed 5.42 trillion dirhams, which is just about $1.5 trillion. And the regulator said it continues to coordinate with financial institutions and authorities to monitor development and ensure operational readiness. Now, there's a lot of people that continue to work in the UAE. Again, a lot of people are still excited to be there. They're doubling down on Dubai, which at the moment, again, like, you know, I would say they're probably like the most peaceful place that you can be in the UAE and in the Middle East. It's just very, again, like there's kaplu and kaplaus, and you just got to stay safe and just pray for our besties over there. Oh my gosh, is that K Diggs? K Diggs? Oh my gosh. Wait, a little celeb in the chat. JC said it's chaotic. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos in this world, fam. And listen, we're just here to like maybe make it like, you know, a little bit better for ourselves and just like give each other like virtual hugs on this podcast. But we do have a lot of controversy. People are upset because there's a billionaire that claims that Bitcoin is maybe not what we think it is. And I just like, I laugh at things like this because we're literally in the back of my head, people like this and his besties, you know, they know that they're going to do this interview, say a certain thing, and then they could go buy your Bitcoin cheap because some people might be a fan of this person and sell off their Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, because this person said, Bruh, don't we know through Jamie Dimon to stop listening to people, especially the rich people that want to buy your cheap Bitcoin?
I think the reality is that Bitcoin, for the most part at this point, is there's a structural failing in Bitcoin that I think people will need to come and wrap their heads around. The structural failing is that it is not. So if you think about like what is the value maximizing function right now for a crypto asset to be broadly adopted, it needs to have the features that allow a central bank to adopt it. And there are two things that it lacks. You know, one is fungibility and two is privacy. And so Bitcoin fails on those two dimensions. So it can never be a structural holding of a central bank. Mm-hmm. And that simple thing will keep it in the realm of ETFs and humans. And
does gold satisfy those conditions?
Yeah.
Fungibility, but not easily.
Both. You have no idea
Such
how much
cap,
the Bank of
bro.
China owns.
Such cap.
You don't know how many ounces they own. You don't know how many ounces I own. When there's a public ledger that says this address has this much, and you can't really trade it because you know the history and the provenance of that exact token. It's been used to buy this. It was transacted over here. It went to this wallet. That lack of fungibility and privacy is a huge deterrent for broad structural adoption. That's what you need to then add another 10x of market cap. Mm-hmm. So
I really gotta quote Cap on this because like it is no. Absolutely freaking not. Like, no, we disagree with this 100%. Because, again, we had to go over the ladder yesterday. We went over the ladder, which is the central banks are on top and they control the narrative, right? Through governments, politicians, whatever, that then create the retail narrative. But then we went ahead and flipped it and we're like, okay, well, if the people of the world, because there's a lot more of us than there are of them, we're going to put Bitcoin on top and then we're going to shift the narrative. Because, again, that's inevitable. So the central banks will have to FOMO in, and we already know that the central banks are looking at Bitcoin, and they're buying gold and not fiat. They already know that fiat is not the way. And they're the ones that literally create all this money. So let's get real about it. They will hold Bitcoin. But there is a point that he made about privacy and fungibility. We need public, transparent money. But privacy is also a basic human right. So when these billionaires or governments start saying, oh, crypto's bad because it's too private, they're actually, again, talking out of both sides of their mouth because on one hand, oh, it's too private, you can't track it. Lies. But oh no, on this side, it's too transparent, meaning you could track it too much. So what do you want? But this is also why you have Bitcoin and Litecoin. Because you got your Bitcoin, your OG, which is transparent money. We need that. We should know where money goes. But also Litecoin right here is that optional fungibility. So Litecoin does have everything that we need, which is transparency, privacy, and fungibility with the proof of work system, the oldest, like the longest running blockchain with no downtime. a finite supply, proof of work, basically Bitcoin, but better. Call me crazy. It's exactly what it is. So what he's outlining right here, people are speculating it's Zcash and a few other things. No, he's actually describing Litecoin that we need. And I'm going to agree with him in the fact that, yeah, we do need a little bit more privacy. Privacy is a basic human right, but I hope that they acknowledge that as the banks want to stay private, we should also have a right to that same privacy. I just want to throw that out there because that we can't have a double standard here. We cannot. So I needed to show you that because I needed to say my piece on it and move on. Now, as we saw, I reported on this yesterday. The video blew up, by the way. I was like, whoa. I just like wrote like the most obnoxious caption on it on Twitter, and people were like, oh yeah. But there was major news out of Kraken yesterday. They had their historic moment that everyone has been chatting about, which is that they have a Fed Reserve master account, and they're not really the only ones that are going for this. But Kraken said a historic moment for crypto. Kraken Financial has been granted a Fed Reserve master account, making us the first digital asset bank with direct access to U.S. payment system. A major step toward connecting crypto infrastructure with the core rails of global finance. So as Jamie Dimon is, if crypto wants to be a bank, it should just be a bank, but under my bank and my rules. And then Kraken was like, LOL, bro. You thought we're going to become a bank instead. Oh my word. I thought that was freaking funny, man. The irony of the whole situation. Jamie Dimon cries, oh, we should just control you under the banking system. And then Kraken's like, no, we'll just be a bank instead. I love sticking it to the man. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. I got way too excited over that. See, the things I get excited over I'm getting excited over Fed Reserve master accounts for a digital asset exchange because I'm sticking it to the man of Jamie Dimon, running the biggest bank in America. That's what I'm excited over. Do you know how niche that is? I would say out of the entire population of the world, probably maybe a few thousand of us are excited over this. I don't know. The things I'm excited about, I would tell my friends about Gary Gensler. They're like, who is Gary Gensler? Who is Gary Gensler? And I'm talking about the Federal Reserve. Oh, do you know who the SEC is? They're like, what's the SEC? I'm like, oh my word. I'm too deep. I'm too far gone, guys. I'm too far gone. And maybe Zero Hash is something else I'm going to get excited about because they're also applying for a national bank, a national trust bank charter. I had to throw this in here because Kraken had their stuff going on yesterday too. Zero Hash, which develops behind-the-scenes crypto infrastructure for businesses, said it applied for a national trust bank charter from the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the OCC, looking to operate under federal regulatory oversight. It would give them permission to issue stables, custody digital assets, and manage reserves under the direct federal oversight. It would not be allowed to take customer deposits or engage in commercial lending. This would allow the Chicago-based company that already has licenses in 51 U.S. jurisdictions and operates internationally to expand their stablecoin and digital asset service under a single federal framework rather than navigating every state over state, which is so time and money consuming. But it would let them offer services, that align with recent legislative developments, which includes the Genius Act, and it's the legal treatment of stablecoins in the U.S. So let's keep getting after it. Bullish and more bullish. We have so much good news. And we're going to go from Kraken to OKX here, a partner of ours. We love you, OKX. They announced a strategic partnership with ICE. Not the ice you're thinking, not the ice. It's the Intercontinental Exchange, and let's dive into that. Again, it's not the same ice, it's a different ice. This is the stock ice for the stockeries and all the trad bros. Now, ICE has made a direct investment in OKX, and joining our board of directors, ICE will license OKX spot crypto prices to launch a U.S. regulated futures major. OKX plans to provide access to ICE US futures and New York Stock Exchange tokenized equity markets to our 120 million users. Together, we're advancing the infrastructure connecting digital assets and global capital markets. And there's more details in their press release. But that is why their token OKB is just flying through the roof today, is because they do have their new Intercontinental Exchange, aka ICE, partnership investments. So that is absolutely bullish. So they're going to have their New York Stock Exchange tokenized equities, which we knew this was going to happen. And isn't it a little coincidental that they're going to have their New York Stock Exchange tokenized equities on OKX, but then also the New York Stock or the NASDAQ went and tried to do this whole prediction market filing earlier this week. Isn't it a little too close to home? I feel like it's a little close to home. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. None of this is connected. Nothing whatsoever. And I don't know if you guys remember, but the New York Stock Exchange said that they are literally going to have stable coins. You're going to buy your stocks, tokenized stocks, using stable coins. Like, all of that is happening. 24/7 trading or 24/5 at the start. And trading hours aren't going to be a thing anymore. Watch. Things are getting very interesting very quick. And that's why I say we are so early, and it's a little bit ridiculous how people don't understand why Bitcoin is so valuable, why blockchain is so valuable, and just to touch any asset of this space is so valuable, because we're literally going to absorb the world's wealth like this. And people, it's slowly then suddenly is the best way to put it. We've been grinding, the sentiment is so low, and then we're just going to blow up and have this massive, adoption boom that I would argue is going to be much bigger than the 2020 to 2022 phase that we had. That was nothing. That was a glimpse at what is to come. Be patient, keep calm, hodl on. Don't worry about the right now, because it's really all going to work out. Trust. Because even the Donnie T fam is so deep in this space that they don't even know what to tweet about anymore. Oh, is it going to be American Bitcoin? They're Bitcoin mining. Is it going to be World's Liberty Financial? They literally don't know what to tweet about most of the time because they got too much going on. So American Bitcoin, they had a little earnings call, and apparently their team members started scooping up the stock. This is something I want to throw in here today. 2 board members of ABTC, which is backed by the Donnie T fam, made significant open market share purchases of their stock. Justin Mateen, co-founder of Tinder, and an American Bitcoin board member since March, bought approximately 1.3 million shares at an average price of $1. And the fellow board member, Richard Bush, a partner at law firm King & Ballow, purchased about 330,000 shares over the last 2 days. The timing is notable, and we had their whole reporting of a $59 million loss in the fourth quarter, making a sharp decline in the price of the largest Bitcoins to the largest cryptocurrencies, reduced the value of their holdings, but they now hold over 6,500 Bitcoin at American Bitcoin. And please don't forget too, I really want to let you guys know that not only is it American Bitcoin that they have their fingers in the Donnie T fan, their little fingies, they also have Doge hash technologies. So that was originally a media company, Donnie T Jr. He had his media company called Thumbs Up, I believe it was. And there was a merger with another tech company that I can't remember off the top of my head what the original name was. So they came together. They're like, let's be besties. And now they have Doge Hash Tech. What does Doge Hash Tech do? Well, let me tell you, it is a mining company that mines Litecoin and Dogecoin using renewable energy. Now, let's pause for a minute, because Litecoin and Doge are also merge mineable. So if you guys don't know what merge mining is, the simplest way to put it is that you could literally mine Litecoin and Doge at the same time and support both networks. So if you're mining Litecoin, you could get Dogecoin as a reward, and if you're mining Dogecoin, you could get Litecoin as a reward. So these two intermingle quite a lot. So what they're also doing, so they're mining with renewable energy. It's a Litecoin and Doge, which are merge mineable, and then they are keeping the rewards that they are mining. So they're not giving any of it up. They're hoarding Litecoin and Doge, and nobody talks about it, which is why I like to shed the light on Litecoin, because you don't understand how important it is. Literally, this billionaire was like, oh, Bitcoin can't be this reserve currency. Central banks aren't going to pick it up because it's not fungible. It's not private. Hello? Number go up does not matter. The actual technological properties of Litecoin are absolute gold. Absolute gold. And people think Dogecoin is dead. I'm going to argue it is not. But I wanted to shed some light on that real quick. Like, people sometimes don't connect the dots, or they don't know what dots to connect, which is why I'm here, because I am so invested in this entire space that, like, I talk about it every day for over an hour on the internet. Oh, wait, that's what we're doing right now. Let's talk about Eric T. Let's continue on what he's doing, because he's a tweeting monster. He loves to tweet, and I'm very entertained by it, because the drama he pulls is insane. Now, I'm a spectator. I like to sit back. I like to watch all the drama, but not take part in said drama. Sometimes I almost get in there, but I don't. Now, Eric T., he's the co-founder of World Liberty Financial. He's calling banks anti-American over the beef over stablecoins, because essentially the banks are, we don't want stablecoins, because if we use stablecoins, and then people are going to take their deposits out of the bank and they're going to put it in their own wallet, oh no, actually on their own money, and then earn yield to outpace inflation. And then what are we going to do? Because if they take their bank deposits, we can't just steal their money and lend it out to everybody else, because then we don't have the money to lend anyone, which means our business fails, because the banks are a business. Freaking. I would argue they're very anti-American. I would argue the whole banking system, the Federal Reserve, which we're going to get into in a minute, or a spotlight. I would argue even the Federal Reserve is anti-American. And we'll dive into that later. Eric T., one of the sons of Donnie T. and co-founder of World Liberty Financial, he went after the banking industry on Tuesday over their opposition to allowing stablecoin yield in the crypto market. Now, he says big banks like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, who are all crying a lot of tears right now, they're lobbying overtime to block Americans from getting higher yields on their savings, while trying to block any rewards or any perks from being given to customers. Yes, pop off. He said banks pay a marginal interest in comparison to the interest paid to them by the Federal Reserve and keep the funds as profits. He says today the banks are desperately targeting crypto and stablecoins, where platforms plan to offer 4 to 5% yields or rewards. The ABA aka the American Bankers Association, again, who are they? They bank Liz Warren. She is paid by these psychos that literally want to abolish Bitcoin everywhere. They were the ones that told her, yo, Liz, put out that anti-self-custody stuff. Yeah, that was them. You know, I have the biggest beef with the American Bankers Association and the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements. Let me just let you know that. I'm ready. He said these lobbyists are spending millions trying to ban or restrict these yield via bills like the Clarity Act, crying fairness and using words like stability, when it's really about protecting their low-rate monopoly and preventing deposit flight. This is anti-retail, anti-consumer, and straight-up anti-American. Pop the frick off. Yes, common sense. Oh, this makes me enjoy this man just a little bit. Like, the way they word things in the Donnie T fam is just so splendid. Like, the way they word things is like, oh my gosh, like they just get it. They just, like, Eric T gets it. That, like, I don't care if you, politically, I don't care. The words that were said, yes, agree. And dude, you cannot mess around, because you know what you're going to find out. The banks are finding out. We already knew. Let's rewind a little bit too, because they are anti-American. The whole Operation Choke Point 2.0 thing, organized by Gary Gensler and his cronies, was absolutely blasphemous. Like, that was disgusting. That was like, wow, you literally just said that you don't like crypto because your bank bros are so worried about bank deposits going elsewhere that we can't do this anymore. We have to cut crypto exchanges off from the banking system. And then you look at Binance US as a prime example. They had to cut over a third of their workforce because they had no banking partners. But did the SEC ever be like, hey, yo, let me go pay for the year's salary of all these people that can't work anymore because I destroyed their job for no reason? Of course not. So you put Americans on the street when they couldn't feed their kids. How's that? And then you have Silicon Valley Bank that started the 2023 domino of all these banks failing. What happened there? The executives literally told China and the executives themselves took the money out of the bank before it failed because they knew it was going to fail ahead of time. And when it did, what happened? Everyone and their mother was on the street like Black Friday in 2008, waiting outside the bank to see if they could get some money to feed their family that weekend. Oh, but my magical bank app works. It's not real. It is not real. The banks have no proof of reserves. They had a ton of them fail. And then what happened? What happened? Chase, JP Morgan, they started buying up all the other banks that started to fail when they really weren't even supposed to because they're too big. So this is what's happening. Already you saw over the last 4 to 5 years, they've just had one bank fail, bigger bank scoop it up, small bank fail, bigger bank pick it up. And then it's just going to be from thousands of banks to hundreds of banks to just a few dozen, and then the top 5. And then it's going to be just the Fed issuing a CBDC. That's their goal. I hope you understand that. FDIC insurance is fake. It's not real. It's an illusion to make, maybe I'll just get this amount of money if the bank fails. No, because in 2023, Janet Yellen, when she was yelling about finance and Binance, what was she saying? Yeah. So actually, like, if the banks continue to fail and your bank fails, we're actually going to have everyone sign off and the president to see if you can get your FDIC insurance. Oh, so the system's a lot more fragile than we thought it was. And so then we have stable coins that are really popping off. And the banks don't want to pivot, but they're going to have to pivot. Oh, but maybe they actually can't offer you yield because they're over leveraged. Think about all these banks that have New York real estate. New York's going down the toilet right now. All I know is that when I have my Bitcoin in my self-custodial wallet, no one can take it from me. No one can take it. How interesting. The banks can cry fairness, but I want to see proof of reserves. I want to know that you're actually abiding by AML regulations, which all of them don't. And they pay billions of dollars and nothing happens. No one gets arrested. No executive is held accountable. You could just bank Epstein and whoever you freaking want. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But a crypto exchange, what are you doing? Fair indeed. Fair indeed. I gotta sip my coffee real quick. Oh boy, what time is it? I don't even know. I do know now. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the Donnie T fam because the actual King Honcho Donnie T supposedly met with Brian Armstrong to talk about the banks versus crypto, and I thought this was very interesting. Little Bry's on a tear. Brian Armstrong, by the way, if you don't know, is the CEO of Coinbase. A savage boy indeed. U.S. Pres Donnie T and Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong met behind closed doors shortly before the president said bankers are trying to undermine the Genius Act in a Truth Social post. CoinDesk confirmed. Donnie T said, we need to get it done. The banks are undermining us. And Politico first reported the meeting between Armstrong and Donnie T. Afterward, the president publicly backed Coinbase's position in the ongoing lobbying clash with banks and that has derailed the whole crypto bill. The news outlet cited 2 people with the knowledge of the matter. I freaking hate that line. Who were granted anonymity to discuss a closed-door matter as the source of the meeting between Donnie T and Armstrong. It also said it was unclear what they both discussed during that meeting. But it was reiterated that it came just before Donnie T wrote that post. And banks are continuing to cry. They are continuing to cry. And I love hearing them cry. Love hearing their tears. Finally. It's like the big bully finally gets shoved back on the playground. Like, that is absolutely freaking fantastic. Let's also go ahead and slide into our spotlight here, which is the fact that we might have a pro-Bitcoin Fed chair. Jerome, knock, knock, knock. Donnie T's coming for you. Donnie T has a Fed chair nomination that appears to be pro-Bitcoin. His name is Kevin Warsh, and they're sending it over to the Senate. So we're going to see if this guy gets voted in. This is very, very interesting. I love the tea. I love the tea. This is drama on Capitol Hill, besties. The U.S. Senate will soon vote on Donnie T's nominee to head the Federal Reserve after he picked Kevin Warsh, who's previously expressed pro-Bitcoin views, to replace Jerome Powell. In a Wednesday notice, the White House said that Donnie T had sent Warsh's nomination to the Senate to be chair of the Board of Governors of the Fed Reserve for a term of 4 years and as a Fed governor for 14 years. That's a commitment. The president had previously taken to social media to announce Warsh was his pick to replace Powell, whose term as chair ends in May, but may stay on as Fed governor until 2028. Just get him gone already, bro. He should just retire. Warsh served as a Fed governor under the former U.S. presidents Bush and Obama from 2006 to 2011. And he has also made public statements favoring Bitcoin. In January 2021, he said, if Bitcoin never existed, gold would be rallying even more right now. But I guess if you're under 40, Bitcoin is your new gold. Yes. In a 2025 interview with the Hoover Institution, he said cryptocurrency could provide the market discipline or could tell the world that things need to be fixed. He said, Bitcoin doesn't make me nervous. I can harken back to a dinner I had here in 2011 with Mark Anderson, who showed me the white paper. I wish I had understood as clearly as he did how transformative Bitcoin and this new tech would be. Bitcoin doesn't trouble me. I think of it as an important asset that can help inform policymakers when they're doing things right and wrong. Whoa, what a wise dude. What a freaking wise dude. Wow. Wow. We love a smart king. We love a smart king. So I am hoping that it continues to go in the right direction, right? John Hawkins, thank you for all the love over there on TikTok. Appreciate you. Property Sam is now a Zesty fam member. Thank you. K Dick said, I would be pure gold at a Thanksgiving dinner. That's why I can't go to these Thanksgiving dinners. Yeah, man, I had to retire from Thanksgiving dinner when I moved down to Florida. I was like, you know what? I'll just do my own thing. You know what I mean? Just full send in the other direction. I feel like if I went and saw my relatives at this point, they would honestly be a little scared of me. I think they would be a little nervous to be like, oh, well, how do we handle this one now? It's just crazy. I literally just love the journey though. I've been through a lot, guys. I've been through a lot. And I just love watching how things play out. Like when you really understand what's going on, like when you're really locked in, it's just so amazing. I have to say. Let's go into coins to watch. Gainers and losers, Bard is up 36%, OKB is flying up 24%, Pippin is up 11%, Humanity up about 15%, Pi is up about 5%. We got the losers here, Near is down 6.4%. We got Hyperliquid down about the same, Arrow down about 6%, Virtual is down about 6% as well, Stable is down 5%. Let's take a gander at ETH here. ETH, again, we kept knocking on this door of 2170. It just seems that Ethereum doesn't want to do it, but we are holding above this 2,000 mark, which I think is important. We're down 2.6%. Money flow and VWAP is flat, although momentum is the highest since, again, January. We love it. Love to see it. Also, the RSI is making a nice rebound. Again, we had a nice climb. We were slightly bullish, then we came right back down to retrace. I view that as a good thing. Let's retrace. Let's reset the clock here. Litecoin is still lingering about $55, and the same thing stands. We're literally in the same spot about every day, and it's going to be okay. Right, Joseph? Thank you. Guys, everyone's being really nice to me today. Why is everyone being really nice to me today? There's not one troll anywhere. I'm so excited about that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying life. I really just like want to bring some love to you every single day. That's the goal of the podcast, at least, is to share love and just to do good things for the world. But am I sure more coffee is a good idea? Well, I took a sip and it was kind of lukewarm because my mug died. I gotta start using an actual mug with my mug heater pad thing. I keep forgetting about it. It's just like, like every morning, like routinely, I'm like, grab mug, da da da. I gotta start switching it up. But I appreciate you guys. I don't know if there's any questions or comments here that I should be looking at, but it seems like you guys are all just like excited about whatever I spoke about, which is beautiful. We're just nerds. John Noon said, my bad, I could troll. No, wait, it's okay. Because sometimes, like, I know if you guys are joking, but then other times, like, I'm like, wait, what's happening type thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this on the street interview that I did as well. Like, I'm gonna post more of them. I'm just like trying to space it out a little bit and mix in the news. Thank you for supporting this news clip, by the way. We have 20,000 views here. And I was just like, wow. I think it's because I was losing it yesterday and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I was really losing it. I think people knew I drank a lot of coffee. But yeah, no, we're popping off. I'm very excited about it, and we're just gonna keep doing good things. And I'm just happy that I have you guys, and it's just like really dope stuff. Like, it's really dope stuff. Yeah, we're all nerds, you just gotta embrace your inner nerdism. Maybe tomorrow, depending on my mood, I'll go grab a churro, some churros. I like the churro bites. They're really cute. They're like little bite-sized churros. So I'm thinking about it. It's kind of been on my mind today to get a little churro. But I enjoy you guys so much. You guys are so sweet, such sweetie pies. We're gonna keep getting after it. Property Sam said, honestly, one of the most consistent and non-biased crypto news I've been able to find. Oh, darn. Why, thank you. Oh, I try to do my best, Nick, thank you for the 10 memberships. Yay! Woo! Oh, this is so exciting. You guys are so cute. Guys, why are you spoiling me today? I feel a little bit spoiled. I can't lie to you. I'm feeling a little spoiled at the moment. And I appreciate it. Like, I really do appreciate it. I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys saying all these things. Thank you. I'm blushing a little bit. Look, my face is getting hot. Hold on. NSG said YouTube Randy is way better than X Randy. Wait, what does that mean? Am I not the same? Am I a different person? Do I have an alter ego? But we live stream there too, I do live stream there, so technically YouTube me is on X as well. I don't know. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just really love what I do. People know, like, when I speak to them about Bitcoin, they're like, oh, like, we can, like, if we bring up Bitcoin, Randy's just gonna go off. But I'm planning on having a few sit downs with a few different people to get them signed up and ready for their Bitcoins. And yeah, that's like really my goal. I really just want to do good for people. I want to do good for the world. And just genuinely, like, people ask me what my goal is, and my goal is to change the world. I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's not even up to me to know how I'm going to do it. I'm just here and existing and just following the path. And hopefully I'm aligned and doing the right thing. And I just care about you guys so much. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful day. And oh, shoot. I got it wrong. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a beautiful day. Happy Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a churro. It depends on my mood. Have a beautiful day. I will see you guys later. Smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. Bye. Oh, I forgot to Reagan to CP. Black Hat, please put Crypto Princess's link in the live chat. Okay, bye guys. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Peace.